Hi there. Congrats on your pregnancy. If you're here, it's because you're probably confused about the whole topic of pregnancy weight gain, and I want to chat all the details and empower you to know what to gain and when to gain. My name is Esther Han. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist in practice with pediatric and prenatal nutrition for over 10 years. One of the biggest issues for my clients is that they're confused about weight gain. They know how much weight they need to gain in their whole pregnancy, but not necessarily how much when. And most people either gain a lot or they lose a lot in the first trimester, which throws the rest of the trajectory off. So let's just take a moment to chat about the details so you understand why it is so important to your OB that you are gaining the appropriate amount of weight during your pregnancy. Again, my hopes for you is that this will empower you to talk with your provider in a way that is educated and confident in what you're gaining and why. Enjoy. Because this was such an issue for me in my first pregnancy and my clients, I created an app called Pregnancy Weight Pregnancy Weight Tracker Pro. It is available for both Android and iPhone. So check it out after the course. We'll talk about both the physiology, the science of what to gain, when and why, and the psychology, a little bit about how to make peace with this weight gain, which can be really scary, okay? So why gain? Weight gain in pregnancy as a focus is a really simple tool for your provider to figure out if your baby is growing appropriately. And it can be a red flag for any issues that might be going on. Perhaps baby isn't growing enough, or baby is growing too big, too quickly. Perhaps their dates are off, or a number of reasons. But as they check your weight through pregnancy, it gives them a great idea of how baby is growing, okay? It's important to gain as close to the recommendations as possible. It gives your baby the best chance to grow at the perfect rate and the perfect size to get that baby out at the end of your pregnancy. It's like the marathon that we're all working toward. It helps prevent things like gestational diabetes and preeclampsia, trouble with blood pressure, and it helps you lose the weight again after you're done with baby. So keep the short term and the long term in mind as you gain. Really important to not lose during pregnancy. Even if you come in overweight or even obese, this is not the time to lose. And this can be confusing and somewhat inevitable. For a lot of my clients, they came into pregnancy drinking a lot of beer. I mean, we're in Northern Colorado, craft beer capital of the world, so we love our beer here. Or perhaps some of my clients were drinking soda, and all of a sudden, as soon as they became pregnant, they reformed their ways and they stopped drinking anything and they cleaned up their diet. And inevitably, they lost a little bit of weight. And that's okay. That's inevitable. But our purpose and our goal is not to lose weight, because we don't want to be at any caloric deficit that makes the baby not get enough calories, okay? If the baby doesn't get enough calories, if the baby doesn't grow well enough, if we're losing weight in pregnancy, it can lead to premature births or low birth weights. And again, it's not about us. Pregnancy is all about the baby. So put your desire to lose weight on the back burner. You'll have plenty of time postpartum to do that. There's a great campaign from the March of Dimes that is called Healthy Babies Are Worth the Wait. Check it out. There's a lot more information on that concept. So when you gain this 25 to 35 pounds, and really truly it's 11 to 45 pounds, we'll talk about that in a minute. What are you gaining? None of us like the idea of gaining 35 plus pounds in 10 months. That's a scary prospect. But this isn't just fat, okay? You're not ballooning up and gaining fat. This breaks down to more breast tissue, which will make your partner really happy. The actual baby, which hopefully is somewhere between about 6 to 8 pounds. The placenta that feeds the baby can be a couple pounds. Your uterus gets bigger. You have more fluid on board. You have more blood. You have some fat stores and some protein stores, which is phenomenal. We do want a little bit of fat gain because that's going to make you a breastfeeding superstar if you choose to breastfeed. So my Pregnancy Weight Tracker Pro app does teach you how much to gain and when. But if you want to do a really quick calculation, pause this right now and go to a BMI app. Just Google free BMI calculator. You'll put in your height and your weight, and it'll tell you what your pre-pregnancy BMI is. So that's important. What was your height and weight right before you got pregnant? Don't try to be vain with this. Don't try to say what you were right before your beach vacation when you were killing it with your diet, okay? Because then it'll look like you gained way too much weight. You just want, right before you found out that you were pregnant, what was your weight and what was your height? So BMIs break down into, sorry, I shifted the screen too quickly, underweight, normal weight, overweight, and obese. And then we also have a way to figure out how much to gain with twin pregnancies as well. So whatever category you're in for the BMI, it tells you the corresponding weight gain. So 28 to 40 pounds if you were underweight coming into pregnancy, 11 to 15 pounds if you were obese coming into pregnancy. Again, everybody needs to gain weight. This gives you a little bit of an idea, okay? Now, a lot of my clients come in knowing how much weight they should gain in the whole pregnancy, but they're confused as to how much per week or how much per trimester, thus Pregnancy Weight Tracker Pro. So in the first trimester, people are supposed to gain about 1 to 5 pounds total, the second 1 to 2 pounds a week, and then the third 1 to 2 pounds per week. The Pregnancy Weight Tracker Pro app has this all graphed out for you, so you just put in your weight anytime you check it, and it's going to graph and tell you how you're doing. Again, don't worry if you're a little bit over or a little bit under, or if it's a little wonky. You know, your first trimester, maybe you were sick and maybe you had no appetite and you lost some weight, you'll regain it. Maybe you had the opposite and you were trying to eat to soothe your stomach and not throw up all the time. You might have gained a lot of weight in the first trimester. It'll even out, okay? That is a snapshot of pregnancy weight gain. Now, let's switch a little bit to this psychology, this side that is so important to keep your sanity while your body is changing so much. And as much as it is this beautiful, miraculous event, it's also hard to see your body change so quickly and so dramatically. So when we focus on weight, it can be helpful scientifically, but it can also put some weight stigma on us. There's pros and cons. So as we focus on our weight all the time, I want you to focus equally on intuition. And so intuition is simply this internal knowing, this instinct of what you need when. I tell my clients that the body screams at you when you're pregnant. It tells you when you're hungry. It tells you when you're tired. It tells you when you're nauseous. It's so loud. It just talks to you very clearly. And women have these powerful instincts that show up during pregnancy that help them make amazing decisions in the moment. So often in the first trimester, women will eat a lot of fruit. And we're finding that the selenium in fruit might be something that really helps pregnancy. So there's these little things like this. Perhaps women want to more milk, or maybe they want to walk more. But these instincts, if you listen to them and let them guide you, they'll really lead you to appropriate weight gain and outcomes. So listen to your body, honor your body, trust your body. It's so important. And as you connect with your body, with your hunger, your fullness, listening to it, honoring it, that's going to spill over post-pregnancy and make you an even healthier you. So let's talk body image. I wish we had an hour to talk about this, but it is tough. It really is tough. And this is something that women struggle with, especially postpartum. When there's a baby in there, we kind of put ourselves aside and we realize that, hey, we're gaining weight for another human being. But after pregnancy, when your body changes, it can be a little tougher to make peace with this. And so a couple tips for you is you are not what you weigh. Your worth is not dictated by a number on the scale. Don't let that dictate anything to you. Remember who you are. Remember the pieces of you that are essential, that can't be changed, whether you're 50 pounds bigger or less, okay? Identify why. Why am I gaining 35 pounds? Well, I'm creating this beautiful little human, or two. Perhaps you're a mom of twins. So remember that you're doing this not just for you, but for your baby as well. And what you do in pregnancy is the greatest gift you can give to your baby. They say that the baby's taste buds are formed in utero. So you actually give the baby a gift of future health. You give your baby a gift of future taste buds and preferences for food. So you go, mama. I would encourage you, if this is a real big struggle for you, practice being grateful for your body. And maybe you're not grateful in reality for how much weight you're gaining, but maybe you can be grateful for, wow, my body is producing a healthy baby. Wow, my body is carrying and feeding too. Wow, I actually like my upper arms. If that's all you can like right now, that's okay. Focus on what you're grateful for and what you do like about your body. It changes your mindset to the positive instead of the negative. And the body respect. So if you're not in the place where you can love your body and be so grateful for the weight that you're gaining, that's okay too. You can always respect your body. And respecting your body and your baby in there is, how can I feed it the best? How can I nourish it the best? How can I clothe it the best that I'm able? Show it respect. And that is a way that you can ultimately learn to love your body, but help with the body image as well. Okay, self-care goes along with body respect, but love yourself, take care of yourself, put your feet up, mani-pedi, whatever you're able to do, and enjoy this time. It's so short. Last is always do your best. You are entering into this world of mom guilt, and mom guilt is a beautiful thing because it drives us to do the best for our kids, but it can haunt us. So don't be guilty if things are less than perfect. Just do the best that you can in every situation. Your best and my best is rarely perfect. I don't think there is such thing as perfect, but do your best and be at peace. Last is self-compassion. If you're reading during this pregnancy, I really encourage you to read some material by Kristen Neff, who created this idea of self-compassion. And the idea is that self-compassion, which is kindness to yourself and treating yourself like a worthy human being, and simply being mindful and in the present moment. Practicing self-compassion makes you a healthier you mentally and physically. So be kind to yourself and your body as you're caring for this little baby. I wish you the happiest, healthiest, most joyful pregnancy. It is a wild ride. There are good times and there are not so good times, but I hope that you enjoy every moment. Please download and rate my Pregnancy Weight Tracker Pro app and reach out if you need anything. There's my personal email. I have other projects too, so check out choosethirdoption.thinkific.com, besugarwise.com, or my private practice, fortcollinsweightloss.com. Thank you so much for taking time. Share this with your friends if you think it would be of benefit to them. Watch it over and over. Reach out if you need anything. Take care.